Okay, class, we are starting 15.2, which is probability. We're going to talk about probability over the next two videos. So there will be a video that introduces probability, and then the next video will finish up 15.2. So probability is, the probability of an event is a number that measures the likelihood that that event will occur. I'm sure you've heard the term before. But you have to remember that this is important. Probabilities are between 0 and 1. Okay? You're never going to have a probability less than 0, and you're never going to have a probability greater than 1. Your probabilities are between 0 and 1. So it includes 0 and 1 also. So this diagram right here is what you'll need to reference back to when talking about probability and they're asking about the likelihood of something occurring. So it shows, as this diagram states in the key idea, the diagram relates the likelihoods, which are the words that are above the diagram, and the probabilities, which are below the diagram. So this is comparing the different terms you would use when talking about the likelihood of an event happening. All right, so for example, if your probability is 0% chance of something happening, then the likelihood of that happening is impossible. Okay? If you have a 25% probability of something happening, then chances are it is unlikely going to happen. If something is a 50% probability, then it is equally likely to happen or not happen. And these are the terms you would use when describing likelihood. If something is 75% probability, it's likely to happen. And if something is 100% probability, it is certain that it's going to happen. Okay, so think about these terms when you're working on your assignment today. So describing the likelihood of an event. There is an 80% chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. Describe the likelihood of the event. Okay, so it's using 80%. 80% is the probability. There's an 80% probability that there's a chance of thunderstorms tomorrow. So if you go back to your chart, 80% is going to fall in between 75% and 1. What is it closest to? 80 is closest to 75. So it is likely that there's going to be thunderstorms tomorrow. Okay, so then that's all you would write. You would just say, because 80% is close to 75%, it is likely that there will be thunderstorms tomorrow. Okay, so how about looking at the on your own? Describe the likelihood of the event given its probability. The probability that you land a jump on a snowboard is 1/2. So, and you look at your 1/2 part, the likelihood that's going to happen is it's equally likely to happen or not happen. So that's all you would write for that, is that you would just say equally likely to happen or not happen. You have a 50-50 chance. There is 100% chance that the temperature will be less than 120 degrees Fahrenheit tomorrow. If it was 100% probability, it is certain that the temperature is not going to, or is going to be less than 120 degrees. And that's it. That's all you're doing for that part. Okay? Stay tuned for the next part of probability.